Hi, my name is Brian Suffoletto, and I'm excited to tell you about our project entitled Sensor-Based Markers of Drinking and Impairment. Can smartphone sensors identify activities associated with drinking among young adults? So why should we care about drinking in young adults? Well, they have the highest rate of hazardous alcohol consumption and also suffer disproportionately from alcohol-related injuries compared to all other age groups. As you can see in the top figure, young adults have not only the highest rate of binge alcohol use, but also heavy alcohol use. As you can see on the bottom, even among college students, there are numerous morbidities associated with heavy drinking, including deaths, assaults, and injuries. We've been doing this work for quite a while. Our largest trial to date was between 2012 and 2013, where we enrolled over 3,800 young adults in 3 emergency departments in Pittsburgh. We screened them, and those that screened positive based on past hazardous alcohol use were randomized into one of 3 groups. One of those groups included our text message intervention. So what did it look like? Well, we have a computer system that performs automated communication with young adults on Thursdays and Sundays. And it asks them questions, and based on their responses, it provides them tailored feedback. And this uses some basic natural language processing as well as some branched algorithms. And what did we find? Well, we found that our intervention group, the dotted line with the triangles, not only had reductions at 3 months in their binge drinking, but also sustained that reductions over time compared to the other 2 groups in the trial. In the last year, we've been lucky enough to be funded by the NIAAA with an R01 to figure out, number 1, what text message components are needed for this behavior change, and number 2, what mechanisms are required to make this change occur. Not only will we be looking at outcomes related to drinking and injuries related to drinking, but we're also going to look at a dual process model of behavior change. We're going to examine drinking cognitions week to week, including intentions and desires, as well as implicit biases by using the alcohol stroop and the approach avoidance task. But now we're asking a question: how can phone sensors help us understand drinking behavior? In the last year, we've conducted 2 pilot studies using continuous data collection from smartphone sensors. We've worked with our partners at CMU and the Aware app and now uploaded it onto young adults' phones. In study 1, we conducted a sensor-based detection of drinking episodes, and in study 2, we looked at gait changes during drinking episodes. Overall, we're using a model that you can see in this diagram, where you have sensors that relate to low-level features and low-level features that relate to high-level behavioral markers. More specifically, in the first study, we enrolled 38 young adults. We examined over 293 days, where we identified that it was feasible to isolate heavy drinking from non-drinking episodes in these individuals over a 28-day period. Not only that, but we had adequate collection of sensor data and examined it using machine learning techniques to come up with an accurate model that predicted drinking episodes with over 98% accuracy. Out of all the different categories of sensor data we looked at, we were able to rank the importance of these different features, as you can see here. In the second study, we used smartphone sensors to identify gait impairment during drinking episodes. You can see we recruited 10 individuals with a variety of socio-demographic makeup. With our partners at the School of Information Sciences, we were able to use supervised machine learning techniques, and with the sensor data, we're able to identify impairments during drinking that related to the blood alcohol content of our participants. So obviously these were exciting for us, but now we're looking for more data and more experience based on these promising findings. The CTSI pilot study will allow us to expand this approach in this work. We propose to enroll 200 matched participants, 40 in each of the 5 treatment arms. We're going to leverage the infrastructure that we have through the R01 mechanism. We're going to upload the Aware application to their personal smartphone and collect 12 weeks of continuous sensor data. And we're going to use the SMS-based reports of alcohol use on those days as their ground truth. Our first aim is to develop parsimonious models utilizing this digital marker data and its association with drinking episodes. And our second aim is to explore whether digital markers on drinking days differ between the different treatment arms. This study is innovative in a number of ways. First off, it's going to improve the models of behavioral detection and eventually prediction. Our sample is an underrepresented youth population rarely studied. Our methods include machine learning and using novel sensors, and our outcomes are to detect event-level drinking episodes. The impact can be manifold. The first is that these algorithms could be used to efficiently identify hazardous drinking episodes. We not only can measure them at one time point, but develop dynamic models that can change for individuals over time. And most importantly, we can use these algorithms to trigger just-in-time harm reduction interventions. Pathway to future funding. In the next year, we're going to be applying for an R31 to NIAAA to expand this work, as well as an U01 to NIAAA. This work will be essential as background data to support these applications. The CTSI will provide the resources we need to pay participants. We expect that we're going to be collecting over 12 gigabytes of data over a 12-week period, and that's going to be compensated by $60 incentive for each individual who participates. This equates to $12,000. The other $13,000 will be divided between graduate students at CMU and Pitt to do the data processing and analysis of this sensor data. Our team is diverse. There's myself, an emergency physician, Tammy Chung in the Department of Psychiatry, Hassam Karimi in the Department of Information Sciences, as well as Anin Day and Grace Bay from HCII at CMU. Thank you for your time.